It's time for an engage summoning session. Now in this banner, my goal is I want as many Ivies as possible, and I want one Rosado, maybe two. Hortensia I'm going to summon for, but I'm not really completely convinced on her quite yet. So let's just jump in, we could discuss the banner a little bit more, and answer some questions as well. So when it comes to Hortensia, like I think she offers some really powerful support, which is good. But I'm just not sure exactly where I'd use her. And when it comes to the Arcane Staff, like I really only have one healer I've ever used like very consistently, which was like Nana. So I don't know if I really care about the Arcane Staff all that much. I know a lot of other people like are obsessed with it, which is cool. Like, but for me, I'm just not the biggest healer user. I have healers at +10, but I never use them. Like I have Mercedes and Natasha and stuff at +10. That's like kind of more for like collection's sake than it is for like actually usefulness. So yeah, that's kind of where I'm at with Hortensia. When it comes to Rosado, I think Rosado's like actually kind of crazy. I think that's mostly because of Wyvern Rift. Like the ability to like turn off doubles is like really good, and I think people have forgotten how good that is because we've had NFU for so long. So I think that's really good on Rosado. I think also like Spring Maria and like Halloween Anna can use it really well, as like really well. So I kind of want to try it on them. The thing is, like I don't know, like I don't have Anna, so I can't really try it there. So I'll probably just do some testing on Rosado, see how well it works on them, and like go from there. The thing too is like with Ivy, right? So I'm happy. I don't know if happy's the right word. I'm scared of the power creep of like the echo skills, but like when we Soaring Guidance in particular, right? I wish it was on somebody else, just because like with Ivy you can't duplicate it on anyone else, right? I can't give the Soaring Guidance echo skill to somebody else and then duplicate it. And I really want to duplicate it on melee units because as good as it is on ranged units, like the only unit I can really think of who would like use it really effectively in the meta is like Duo Thor for SD. There's definitely other options, but like that's the number I'm thinking of the most. But when it comes to like melee units, oh my god, like Rosado themselves, right? Like uses it really well. Like the combination of Snap and Soaring Guidance echo skill is like so ridiculously powerful. Like it's so good, and I want to use that, but I don't really have the easiest option of doing that without just sacking an Ivy. Oh, yes! I don't even care that you're not on the banner. That's better than on the banner. Yes. Okay. I think I need 2 more Alincias, and now she's done, which is so cool. Oh, I'm so happy about that. That's like the best pity break. Let's go. But yeah, I don't know, because it feels like I have to like get a whole melee build, give it to the unit, and then kill an Ivy on top of it, which feels really bad. So I don't know. When it comes to fodder, I like just don't feel it's like the best like combination of skills on Ivy. Obviously, if you're trying to put it on like a dancer or like a flying mage, then it's fine. But when it comes to melee, it kind of sucks in my opinion, which it feels bad. But like, I wish it was just easier, to be honest. Like that's the real thing. Other than that, though, I think all these units are pretty cool. I don't really think they're meta defining. Like I think Hortensia is a pretty solid support. Ivy is a good nuke, but like the fact that she has to like get to her follow-up to really do a lot of damage is kind of sucky because she's not fast enough and she doesn't have offensive to follow-up. So she's like, she runs into a hardy fighter, like she gets shut down pretty hard, which is pretty common. So I'm a bit scared of that when it comes for Ivy. The warping's cool though. And then Rosado I think is pretty solid. I don't think they're gonna like break the game or anything. I don't think any of these units are gonna break the game, but the fodder is really cool. So that's kind of where I'm at right now. They also have really good, like, you know, stats, obviously. They pretty much don't make units with bad stats anymore. Like, everyone has a pretty good stat line. And they have, like, pretty solid super boons as well. When it comes to Mauvier, I don't know how to say his name. He actually has a preference weapon. So I'm pretty happy about that. Just makes him, like, more unique and stand out, right? His weapon's good. Like, so essentially what it does is you get defense, and then you get a visible Hexblade and No Panic to himself and his allies within 3 spaces, which is like a nice support effect, right? You also just get like a ton of stats and a guaranteed follow-up attack, and you get additional stats based off bonus effects on him, and then you get Brave DR, 80 or 40%. So I think it's a good weapon, definitely. I don't think it's like, you know, meta by any means, just because like currently meta calves are like pretty hyper offensive. Like you really don't use that many tanky calves. The only one I can really think of is like Legendary Seliph. So I think he'll be good, and if you want to build him up, like he'll definitely perform pretty decently. But I'm just glad he got a preference weapon, because it lets him stand out, right? His fodder's garbage. It's It's like, I don't know what they're thinking with this card. It's like seal attack and like rouse attack defense. Like you couldn't give him like, I don't even know, quick riposte 3. Like that's gonna be a forever meme. But yeah, that's kind of where I'm at with that. I really want to get all these units on the banner, kind of. But like, the problem is colorless and blue is such a terrible color to summon on. Like your chances of getting good units are just so low. I really wish they would fix the summoning pool a bit. But yeah, other than that, I guess the only other thing I want to talk about before I get to some questions is Hall of Forms. So they revealed the Hall of Forms. We kind of already knew what was going to be on it thanks to the Fate channel. But now it's been confirmed. So we have, okay. So we went from like one of the best pity breaks in the game, for me at least, to literally the worst. Like, she is such utter garbage and uselessness. Like, this is absolutely trash fodder. She's a trash unit. That feels really, really bad. That could have been Hortensia, and I could stop summoning on colorless. Damn. That aside, I guess, we have Legendary Ryoma, we have Witch Corrin, we have Witch Male Corrin, and then we also have Fallen Lilith. And so, I think if you're a fan of any of these characters, obviously formatting them is going to be really good because you're going to get them like optimal builds, which is nice. I don't know if any of these are like meta, you know what I mean? Like units you'd pick up for the meta in particular. Not really, I don't think. I'm trying to think of like, I don't know. Like out of the 4, I don't really know if I'll build any of them because my Ryoma's not really merged at all and I don't use them ever, so I don't know if maybe, but probably not. And then if anyone, it'd be Fallen Lilith because she still has like some niche usage. Like she's definitely not as good as she was, but like I could get her like aerial maneuvers and stuff without having to kill Hortensia, so that'd be kind of cool. But yeah, I don't know. This is probably like one of the Hall of Forms I'm not interested in like the most. Typically there's like at least one unit I really want. So I'm sure the Fates fans are very happy though, right? Like they're all very popular characters. Okay, why did I summon on red? I didn't even get Kagetsu either. Damn it, why did I summon on red? I'm so used to summoning red, I guess. Green's the color I've been summoning on so much, it's been ridiculous. Anyways, let's move on to some questions. We got a few from some members and some other people who just asked in my comment section. First one's gonna be from Salty Sensation, which leads me to the question, is there anything you specifically missed about early Fae? For me, I like being able to make cheap budget counters to common meta units, i.e. Armor Slayer, Triangle Adept, slapping on a breaker skill, etc. Could find a place for any demote even if they didn't have a preference weapon. Can't really do that now since we've got Yu-Gi-Oh card text on every new unit plus complexity of giving out drive plus bonus effects. Yeah, so this is actually a really cool question because I missed a lot of things about early Fae. I think early Fae was like, it was more simple, like Fire Emblem, right? Like that's kind of the premise that Fae was originally like promoted as. It was like, hey, you want to play like easy Fire Emblem? Like you could play for a few minutes and then get off. And it was fun. But now it's like actually the opposite, where it's actually more complex than normal Fire Emblem, which is kind of crazy. And so I kind of just miss like the simple days of Fire Emblem where I could actually do all the math in my head. Where I'd be like, okay, you know, it's their attack, you apply weapon triangle advantage, and then minus their defense or res. Like, oh, I could actually, you know, do that in my head. Now it's like, oh man, you gotta solve for attack and speed and X and Y, and then, you know, calculate damage reduction and like damage reduction and piercing, and like it's just so much. You can't do it in your head very easily, right? It takes time. So I definitely miss that. I do miss like you mentioned, like having like counter builds, like weapon, like color triangle actually mattering, and then like having like counters to specific weapons or like specific meta units. I definitely miss that as well. I also miss like early Aether raids. I feel like early Aether raids was like really difficult, but it felt really rewarding. Now I feel like it's like there's so many safety ladders and like the meta is just so insane. Like I don't really enjoy it as much as I used to. I obviously still play it, but like it's definitely not like the highlight. Like I used to like really look forward to Aether raids, and I would think about it all the time. Like how do I invest into my teams to make them better and stuff like that, which I definitely do miss. I also just miss like how good it felt back in old Fae when like a character would get revealed you were waiting for. It still feels that way now, but like typically we get so many alts now, like it's less, right? Like I remember like waiting for Nethany to come out, or like, you know, stuff like that, or Leon or something like that. But now it's kind of like, oh, like it's Leon's third ult or something like that. And it's cool still to get ults, so I get excited about it, but it's not the same. Is this Sophia? No, it's Azura. It's Azura. Yeah. Okay, I mean, I'll take this. Why not? I think my Zura is plus 10 already, though. I'm not really sure. Oh gosh, how far? We're almost, oh my god, we're almost 30 summons in without a single banner unit. That is not great. But yeah, those are some of the things I definitely do miss, like 100%. I really do miss like old school Fae. I wish that they would just, they definitely could kind of go back that way. Not really, because the game's so complex, but they could make like, they could make it a little bit more simple at least. Oh my gosh. Let's do another question. This is going to be from Natsu25100. The Emblem Heroes from Engage are now a thing in Fae. Which Emblem Ring character do you want to see in Fae? I mean, I want to see all of them. I think the cool thing about Emblem Rings is how unique they were in Engage. I think that's part of the reason why the Engage gameplay was so good. Was because how unique the Engage rings were. So I'm really excited to just see how all of them get implemented. Now, if it, you know, what I want the most obviously is Ike Ring, like 100%. I'm really hoping that he offers some really powerful effects I can use like on Altina. I am sad that Emblem Ike will probably just be like Brave Ike 2.0. Like, I assume that's what it's going to be. Which makes me pretty sad. I'm really over like Tinky Ike. Like, we have all the Ikes essentially have the same role, and it's kind of boring at this point. I really want like a seasonal Ike who like is like a mage or like a archer or a dagger unit or something. Just something different. But that's probably not going to happen this year, unfortunately. That's kind of where I'm at with that. But yeah, I'm looking forward to all of them. I'm kind of scared of how powerful they're going to end up being, but I think they're a pretty exciting twist on the game, and they can really change up. Are you kidding me? Oh my god. We really are living in Pity Break City. Holy shit. Oh my, our bubbles are full, which is not good. Scam bubbles always screw you over 100%. I hate scam bubbles. Oh my gosh, this is rough. But yeah, that's kind of where I'm at. We got another question from Dan, the DNA man. I got it right this time. I don't know. I always end up answering their question. I just thought about that. But yeah, they want to know, okay, but is the new Radiant Aether going to be an AoE like an Engage? So I think that could be a cool thing they could do where like Ike pops a special and then after combat, if his special procs, you deal damage to like all units within a certain amount of space and then heal for that much. You could give him a way to sustain even after combat, which could be kind of cool. Instead of just like the Aether healing in combat. It could also be a way to like do a ton of damage just to units like that are within like the vicinity, right? I don't know how good that would actually be, but it'd be interesting. I think it'd be better just to have like a more consistent, better special, right? Because Radiant Aether is so bad. Oh my god. It's actually just trash. Okay, we're in like a really bad situation. We haven't gotten a single 5-star off the banner, which sucks. Because I want all of them. I kind of want all of them. Hortensia is probably the one I want the least, and I keep getting colorless orbs. And colorless also has like the worst summoning rates. Oh my god. This game, right? This is how summoning sessions could be, right? Like, definitely can happen where you... Sometimes you don't get even Pity Break 5-stars, you just get nothing. I mean, the Pity Breaks I got, other than Alencia, were pretty trash. Alencia definitely is carrying this summoning session at the moment. I'd really like to just get Hortensia here, so I don't have to summon on colorless. And I really don't want to go... I really didn't want to go past the Spark, but now that I have Scam Bubbles, they are doing their job of scamming me pretty good. I hate Scam Bubbles. Break my pity. Please break my pity. Nope, it's all... Okay. Okay, let's go to Spark. Okay, we're definitely getting Ivy here. I think the fodder on Ivy is just too good to pass up. I think Rosado... Wyvern Rift is so cool. That Diamant effect is so ridiculously powerful. I think people are just sleeping on it super hard. I really hope to see it on other types of units. There she is. Ivy is gorgeous. She's one of my favorite Engage characters. She's like top 5 for sure. It's like Diamant, and then like Citrine, Lapis, and then, I don't know, like Jade or something. I don't know. Not Jade. Lapis, and then probably like Ivy after that. I was thinking about Brodia. Okay, we're gonna keep going. We're just gonna go... Oh, it's a double Spark banner? I did not know that. Dude, why do they do this to me? They got me again. They're like, hey, you thought you were done, but like there's actually 2 Sparks. Oh no. And the first Spark went so badly. I don't know if I want to go all the way to the second Spark. Now, who would I get? I'd probably get Rosado. Oh my gosh. Can I please get something? Anyway, let's do another question. Maybe we just need to keep answering questions until they bring luck. One of the questions will bring luck, right? This is me from Skyfire. I have 2 questions, one Fae related. If you could make just one change to any rotating game mode, excluding outright removal, to make it very enjoyable, what would it be? So let's start off with that one. One change to any game mode. I think I would make Summoner Duels slower, because I think Summoner Duels rotates too quickly, and it makes it so that it's really difficult to get into, because like the map is constantly rotating, the captain skills are constantly rotating, and I think that kind of makes it like a really high barrier to entry, so I'd probably change that. Obviously, I can't change the amount of units coming out, because I would do that if I could. That would slow down the meta way more, but that's not really an option. If it was like Aether raids, I don't know what I'd even do in Aether raids at this point. Like, it's way too ridiculous in Aether raids now. It's like even, like I would say, take out the safety ladder to piss everyone off, but I wouldn't actually do that. I don't really know. Yeah, probably that. Or Arena, I would change the entire scoring system. That's what I would do for Arena for sure. I would completely change the entire scoring system and make it not stupid, because it's just absolutely trash. It's been trashed pretty much since it came out. They've made like small fixes, but like never good enough changes, and it's a pretty... I don't really think Arena is a great game mode, to be honest. Can we get anything? Like, oh my god, this summoning session is trash. The scam bubbles are the only thing keeping me here. I think I would have just quit. I'm like actually kind of like, wow, this is so ridiculously bad. I even like, oh my gosh. I was like, oh yeah, I'll save some orbs. Double Sparks. Double Sparks is like actually so smart though, like for new heroes, because it gets more people to summon like farther than they would probably normally do. And I guess like the rearmed and attuned thing, like the combination, makes it so that like they don't have to remove as many 5-stars from the summoning pool anymore, right? Because like so many of them just don't get put in there. It kind of sucks though, because like you just can't get a random Ivy or a random Hortensia. So there's that. Yeah, I don't know. I really want an Ascended hero. That's what I really want. I need Florette so bad. But that's not been happening lately. I was really hoping it would happen on this banner, but it did not. Yeah, so that's there. Let's go to the second question. I love the music choices in your video. Thank you. If copyright was not an issue, what would be your dream playlist? Ooh, that's interesting. So unfortunately, copyright is like really... I was gonna say it's a bitch. It's kind of a bitch. I have to take down so many videos because of copyright music. Because like but I would play like so much stuff. I would play like the Final Fantasy soundtracks, like Final Fantasy 7. 16 has an amazing soundtrack. 10 has a great soundtrack. I've played some of the 14 soundtracks, but typically I have to do remixes. And even then, sometimes I still get copyright struck, so I would definitely do that. Kingdom Hearts actually has some really good music as well. I would want to do anime music. I would do so much anime music. I tried to put One Piece music one time, and I got like legit copyright struck, and I was like, okay, let's delete this and never do this again. But yeah, I'd use like One Piece music. I'd use Transistor music, the game Transistor. That would be really cool. Evangelion music. Oh man, there's so much music I'd use. Like I listen to just like, I used to listen to like more normal music, or not normal. I don't know if normal is the right word, but like not game music or like anime or music, video game music. But when I started making YouTube videos, I kind of was like, I need to like get music I can actually use. So I started listening to a lot more game music to try to like kind of like hit 2 birds with 1 stone. Like, okay, I'll be listening to music, but I'll also be getting my homework done. So I have like a million soundtracks now. I have so much music on my computer for videos, and I can't use like half of it because I put it through the copyright check and then it gets hit, and I'm like, oh my god. The other day I actually made a video and like I put like 10 seconds of music in, and it got hit by a copyright struck, and I was so mad. I had to bring it down and like re-upload it. I was so angry. It kept me up all night too, because it took like 2 hours to upload the first time, and then by the time I realized it got hit by a copyright strike, I had to bring it down. It took another 2 hours. So I was up to like 4 in the morning. It was like so rough. It was a summoning video too, I think. Oh my god, it was so bad. I was so mad. But yeah, so you know, if copyright wasn't a thing, I would go absolutely ham on music. But unfortunately, it is a thing. I don't think I have enough orbs. I just realized that. Holy crap. This sucks. This is like the... Oh my god, it's so painful. Lucia is robbing my orbs. I think Hortensia told everybody that I hate her, so that none of them are showing up. But you know what? I feel justified in that hatred, so I'm not going to take it back. I'm not apologizing. Should have been a better character. Just saying. It's Merlinus. Oh my gosh. We're at 8%. You know, technically we have scam bubbles, so we're like at 4%, but I'm gonna say 8% because it sounds more terrible. Oh my god. I really hate colorless and blue. Like, something on green's so much better. This is why we need the green dream right now. This is why we need the green dream, because green has just like infinitely better rates. The second you introduce a hero that is colorless or blue as a focus, it drastically reduces the amount of 5-stars you're gonna get, like by a large margin. Like, I'm sure that like Joel or somebody will like show the math eventually, but I was doing it with DTM, and even getting 3 green units and 1 other colored unit like ruins the summoning rates by like so much. So I really hope we do get the green dream. There's so many good green units right now. I wish I could get a freaking 5-star already, a focus. Like, give me Rosado. Give me... No, my god. This sucks. Oh my god. They really have to fix the summoning pool. Like, they need to do so much. There's so much stuff they need to fix, but the summoning pool is like one of the biggest ones because one of the ways you bait people into playing the game is just summoning, right? A gacha is addictive for sure. People like to just roll. And so if you could make that fun, it does better for your game. And I think Faye does a very poor job of that. Not only because like getting 5-stars can be like ridiculously painful like right now, but also like the summoning animation sucks. Like, let's be real. The summoning animation is so old. They need to like do something, right? Like they need to have like different types of smokes or like something, just something, because it's so boring. Like, it was cool when like year 1 or like day 1 when we had like the videos that would play, but like I know that it took up a lot of space on people's phones. But that was cool. And then they just kind of gave up. They're like, nah, we're not gonna have a special 5-star animation. We're not gonna have anything really. The 4-star special rate has kind of a special animation, but it's not that great in my opinion. Oh my god, this is like the worst luck ever. Holy crap, dude. Am I gonna go a whole spark without getting a single 5-star? Holy shit. Okay, let's do a question. Maybe a question will bring some luck. Maybe. I don't think we need like 50 more orbs, I think. Holy crap. Okay, this one's gonna be from Josh Miller. So what Blazing Blade characters do you think are long overdue? What weapon type do you want them to have? Or think they will have? And what preference skill do you hope they come with? So obviously I've been talking about this for a while, but when it comes to Blazing Blade, I really want Nergal and Athos. That is what I want. I want Nergal and Athos. I want Athos to have like really powerful damage. I want him to have like a preference AoE special that has like the high damage but like really big range. To do, I love you, but bro, like you are not the unit I want to see right now. Like, I know you're not breaking my pity, but like, oh my god. Like, Rosado needs to show up. Or somebody, like, oh my, this is so trash. But yeah, so I was gonna see that. Then when Nergal, I want to see like a Nosferatu tome, like where you actually steal life from the opponent. Like, not like when you proc your special, like when you just actually deal damage, you heal. And I would want him to also turn off the healing on the foe. It's like he's like stealing their life force. I think that'd be so cool. And, like, very thematic. I think that'd be cool. Like, maybe he's like a armor mage, like a red armor mage or something like that. And he could be like a powerful bar save or something. Like an actually good one. That'd be cool. But I don't know. Okay, we have to get more orbs. Oh my god. I'll be right back. Okay, we're back. Let's finish this off. I can't believe how bad this has been. I spent like... How many orbs did I spend? Almost 200 orbs to a 5-star? Probably not quite. Like 150, 160? That's so ridiculously trash. Oh my god. Wow. But yeah, I hope Athos and Nergal make it in. I'm really, really sad that Lumera made it in instead of Athos. Like, I don't. She was already in. And she looks exactly the same. Like, she's a dragon now. Yay. But like, bro, that could have been Athos. That could have been Sephiron. That could have been Soen. Could have been Degnicia. Like, there's so many good characters. And you already know, like... Actually, let's do a question. I'll answer that question while I'm doing this. So this is from the Greybearded Summoner. What are your predictions for the Fallen Banner? These are spoilers, so I guess if you haven't played Engage, mild spoilers here. In my opinion, it'll be Morian, the Leers, Fallen Risk, Gunter, and Obero. I don't think we're getting Fallen Risk ever. That'd be too funny, and IS doesn't like being funny. So I think we're gonna get Lumera again. I think we'll get Fallen Lumera. Like, I wouldn't even be surprised. We'll get like Fallen Lumera, both the Fallen Leers. We'll get like Vale, and then like maybe the GHB is Morian, but I could also see it being, yeah, maybe Morian. I don't know. Or like maybe one of the Four Hounds or something like that. But watch this. Watch, we're gonna get another Lumera. It's gonna be like 3 Lumeras in like less than 2 years. It's I'm so salty. Oh my gosh. But yeah, so that's what I'm kind of expecting. I'm expecting a Fallen Engage banner. I would be kind of surprised if it's anything else. I mean, there's a lot of other options, but like that will probably sell well. So that's probably what they'll do. Like, Aleer obviously proved to be pretty popular with CYL. Not popular enough, but pretty popular. And I guess Lumera's popular. I don't actually know how Lumera did in CYL, but they've liked to push her, so I wouldn't be surprised if we get that. Personally, I'd like to see so many other units, though. Like, there's so many good Fallen characters they could be. I want Fallen Nergal, right? Like how we got Ashnard, Fallen Ashnard. I want that for Nergal. Like, when he goes insane at the end of the game and his like eyes like pulsing and he's like hella big and crazy. I want that. That'd be so cool. Finally. Oh my god. Finally. Oh. Look, it's my most hated character ever. Oh my gosh. Not really, but she's up there. Plus attack. Good idea. Okay, let's finish the circle out. We're already... Oh, that was... This terrible... This summoning session was absolutely trash. Holy crap, this was trash. Ugh. Can we get a 4-star Kagetsu? I mean, at this point, I'll take a 5-star. Why not, right? But give me Kagetsu for some flowers. Hey, let's go. Wow. Of course. Of course. It's not good IV, so we'll probably just use him as a merge later on. But I'm really sad Kagetsu's the demote. I think Kagetsu's like one of the best characters in Engage.
Grilled fish
and extremely popular, and they made him the demote. Like, I understand with this banner, but like they could have saved him for a different banner. He's popular enough. I don't know. I'm not a fan personally. Okay, so here we have like the option of going for another Hortensia because she has like the rearmed staff, but I really don't care about that. I'm going for Rosado. I want Rosado. I think Rosado could be very, very powerful on like a dual raid boss team for SD. Kind of like the same role that Harmonic Anna has right now. The thing is, you're trading essentially like more damage in a duo or harmonic skill for more tankiness. And I think that's actually not the worst trade right now. We'll have to see. I think Rosado's so cool. The only thing I have problem with Rosado, the only reason why Rosado is not one of my favorite characters from Engage, is because they are Hortensia's retainer. Like 100%. I was so excited to see Rosado. I was like, oh my god, I finally get to meet them in the game. And then I found out they're Hortensia's retainer. And like, immediately, I just stopped caring as much. So yeah, okay, my Hortensia hate aside. We'll put that aside for now. That was my summoning session. It was absolutely terrible. I was pretty much walking around Pity Break City. I got mugged. I got robbed for all my orbs and just like slapped around. So it was pretty bad. But I'd love to hear from you. How did your summoning session go if you did something on this banner? Who were you summoning for? Were you going for the arcane staff to make one of your favorite healers like better? Were you going for Ivy for like broken meta stuff, or just because Ivy's one of your favorites? Or maybe you're going for one of the other two because they're also really awesome. Either way, I'd love to hear about it, so drop a comment down below letting me know. As always, I'd like to thank all my members for their constant support. This has been Oblivion. I'll catch you all later with more Emblem Heroes.